Hi everyone and welcome back. So in the last episode we learned about moving averages and how we can use moving average for trend analysis as well as generating trading signals. Today we are going to learn about two more indicators, namely moving average with indicator and moving average contrarian indicators. Both these indicators can be used to generate strategies and as well as do trend analysis, right? These indicators were originally written by Soufiane Kabar in his Medium article. You can go and check it out. I will leave the link in the description. So he has his own Python implementation of it, but we are going to implement this in pandas. Okay. So basically, what is moving average with indicator? It is nothing but the difference of the fast moving average and the slow moving average. So the difference between these two, if it is high, then there is a positive or a bearish or a bullish trend going on. But if it is very low, that is almost near to zero, then there is no trend actually going on. Right? So let's implement it and we'll see how we can detect that. Right? So df of MAWI is nothing but df of 50-day moving average minus df of 200-day moving average. Now let us plot this out and check it out. So first plt dot figure of fixed size 16,8 and df of MAWI dot plot. Now let us plot it with the actual close price, so it will be much easier to understand. So here, so if you see, the orange line is the MAWI line, right? Now this is capturing the trend pretty good, right? Whenever there is a uptrend, the line goes up. Whenever there is a downtrend, it goes down. Okay, almost to the extreme. So if you see, the extreme is minus 20 and plus 20 for this stock, right? So whenever there is a downtrend, it almost reaches this minus 20 limit, or whenever there is a uptrend, it almost reaches that plus 20 limit. Okay, and in the last part you will see that the line is almost near to zero. That means there is almost no trend going on here, and that is actually true relative to the relative data. Here you will see that the trend is pretty less. Okay, so that is okay. So but there is a issue here, right? The issue is that this data or this MAWI line is between minus 20 and plus 20 for this stock, but this may be different for other stocks. So say for Infosys or TCS, it might go to minus 30, minus 40 or something like that, right? So we need to normalize it in a way so that whenever we are creating a strategy, it can be universal, right? So we can use that strategy for all the stocks. So for that we need to create a MAWI normalized line also. So MAWI normalized is nothing but MAWI, and let me copy that, minus MAWI mean divided by MAWI max minus MAWI mean. Now this is the same formula as a min max scalar, okay? Or yeah, if you have ever used scikit-learn for your for any machine learning projects, you are already familiar with the min max scalar. This is the same formula as it. So this will convert the data between a range of 0 to 1. Okay, and let's check that out. I will close this, comment this close one. So yeah, now you can see that the data is between 0 to 1. So if we use a normalized line, we will always get the data between this range, 0 to 1 range, and it is universal. Let me just make it 100, the range between 0 to 100, so that you can use we use it for, like, we can visualize it properly. Okay, so now if we visualize it, the close price, it is much more visible. So yeah, so that is what. So according to the author, when we are deriving the signal, right, so if the MAWI normalized line reaches 0, then it is a buy signal. If it reaches 100, it is a sell signal. That's well and good, but for a relatively young market like the Indian market, these values are too extreme, and I will show you why. So if you give it 100, right, so DF of 100, so you will see that there is only one signal that was generated, one sell signal that was generated in 2013. If you give it 0, you will see that there was only one signal that was generated in 2016. Okay, so basically there are almost no signals here. So for such a case, for such a young market, I think a threshold of 80-20 or 90-10 is a much better option. So I prefer the 80-20 line, so we will go for that. So 80 equal to 80, 20, this will be 20, and let me visualize this as well. Okay, let me close this. So okay, so let's keep it in this way. So you will see now there are multiple interactions between this 80 and 20 line. Okay, and these are according to the trends, right? So when there was a huge downtrend, it gave a sell signal. Okay, and if we had captured this during this time, we could have made a profit, because after that only it went for a positive or a bullish trend. Again, there was a huge bullish trend here. Okay, and then there was a bearish trend, and it gave this trend beforehand only. So if you check it out, you will see that when the bearish trend started, it already gave us the signal that it is going bearish. Okay, so yeah, so this one as seen is pretty good for both our trend analysis and for generating signals. Now, what is moving average contrarian indicator? So moving average contrarian indicator is very similar to moving average with indicator. The difference is, for the moving average with, we use fast moving average minus slow moving average, right? Here we are using price, actual close price minus the moving average. So I will just copy this whole thing from here and replace WI with CI. Change this 50 moving average to close price and 200 day moving average to 50 day moving average. Okay, now let me visualize this as well. Okay, now the MACI line from the first glance is not really a very good indicator of trend. Okay, like it is not good trend indicator. By that I mean, if it is a long running trend, then I think it is much more difficult to spot it. If you have a short term short period view, it might be much more easily viewable. So say if you are just looking for from 2020 to 2021, then it would be, the trends would be much more visible. In general, this is not that helpful for the trend analysis, right? Because this one is very much volatile, as it depends on the actual price. Okay, not the smoothened moving average curve. Okay, but for the strategy derivation, this also works, right? We can have the same 80-20 ratio, and so whenever this whenever the MACI line crosses the 80 period, when it intersects with it, we get a sell signal, and whenever it reaches a 20, we get a buy signal. Okay, now this all is all right. We can do as many indicators as we want, but in the next episode I would start with a Flask application, right? I will start building the Flask application with these indicators, and we'll check how that works. Also, we are going to come back to the Jupyter Notebook series, and we'll build a backtesting module. so that whatever strategies we derive after this, we can test them out and check if these strategies are worth having in our portfolio management, right? So thank you for listening, and if you like the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel and share it. Okay. Thank you everyone.